live. We are live. Pop up.
Pop
Pop
up.
Wagwan, pop up on them.
Yes,
What's up,
sir.
y'all? All right.
Hold on, we back.
So today's episode. What's up? What you said?
I said we back. We back.
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
Yeah, we back. Facts. All right. So episode 24, I believe it's right. Episode 24.
Yes, sir.
Got a couple interesting topics. We're gonna get into the heavier stuff a little bit later. A lot of this stuff is pretty heavy. But anyway, so we're gonna start. Let's talk about this vaccine passport situation, right? I don't know too much about this. I was just watching CNN earlier today, and I think they were talking about it a little bit because other stuff is going on. But so I don't know if either one of you know or can explain, but what is actually the situation? So what I'm hearing is that you're gonna have to get or they're gonna start issuing a new passport that you can get that identifies and lets people know that you've been definitely vaccinated, right? That's what it is.
Well, it's kind of like that. First and foremost, from what I'm hearing, New York is actually going to be the first state to start applying these rules,
Right.
and the rules are that with your passport or with this vaccination passport, it will basically hold the records as far as you getting vaccinated, where you were vaccinated, XYZ. But I'm also hearing that this passport could also be used for test holding, so like for test record keeping. So like if you don't want to take the vaccination and you want to just keep taking a test and showing, hey, I took a test 2 days ago or yesterday and it says I'm negative,
Okay.
that's what the passport's used for, which is what almost fucking got me, because when they started talking about this, I started thinking about getting the vaccination because I'm like, damn, I want to be able to travel and do shit like. And I know that all of this is probably in retaliation to a lot of traveling back and forth from New York to other places, especially Miami. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna do that. But once I learned that you don't have to get the vaccination, then
that's what I was gonna bring up. Which is kind of why I'm confused as to what is even the real point of this thing. Because if you don't need to get the vaccination in order to travel, right? That's what they're saying. Like that's not.
Yeah, they said it's either a vaccination or a negative test result within a certain period of time that it stays valid or something.
I feel like people, you're gonna be like judged off of it though. It's like you don't need it to travel, but you know what I'm saying. When they open and see you ain't got your vaccination or you ain't got no results, they probably gonna be on. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like iffy to do things for you or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't go nowhere. It's a dub.
Oh, you have to have one or the other.
But you can you can
it's
travel.
one or the other. That the vaccination passport is all the same thing. This passport holds the records of whether you were vaccinated or if you took a result and your result says negative. So the passport is all the same thing. That's what I'm saying. You could either get vaccinated or you could just keep taking a test every time you got to travel.
Got you.
So it has become mandatory to get a test in order to travel?
It's not mandatory. Well, I mean, it's pretty much mandatory if you're traveling like outside the country, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, right.
But as far as within the states, I don't think so. At least I'm not sure. I haven't traveled. So you would know more than me, honestly. So if they haven't tested you, then that answer is a no.
Yeah, and to be honest, the times I've traveled recently, for myself, I've gotten tested like when I got back from where I was.
Yeah, just to be sure. But yeah,
but there was no requirement. At most, is like when you get to the airport, usually like the National Guard or the Army Reserve or whoever, they're posted there, and then they give you either a paper or you can scan one of those QR things, and then you basically have to just fill out where you were, where you're going, why you were, you know what I mean, like whatever basic information. So, but I haven't. And
I was gonna say, and pretty much this is gonna be implemented starting April 2nd in New York. So New York's gonna be the first place to implement this, and I guess see how it works, because motherfuckers been traveling like crazy from New York.
I know the conspiracy theory is about to go crazy with this one.
Oh yeah,
about to go down.
For sure. But yeah, so that should be interesting. I'm gonna see how it turns out. So what about you guys? I haven't been vaccinated. I think in New York soon, like, or around the country, like nationwide, next week or April 16th or something like that. They said everybody can get tested. I heard or something like that. Like or 16 and up, as long as you're at least 16 or something.
I think right now it's 16 and up from what I heard. Right now it's 16 and up. Maybe, you know what I'm saying, a week or two down the line it'll be everybody, no age limit, but right now it's 16 and up, I believe. Like, you know what I'm saying, adults in a way. So I'm thinking I don't know. I'm not 100% sure yet because I don't know. I feel like there's other people that need it more right now than I do. That's from what I believe. So I might hold off a little bit, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it for sure yet. Because like I don't know. I'm not, like I said before in past podcasts, I'm not the type to really get sick like that, like crazy. But you never know what can happen. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I've been more so looking at it like I'm glad there's at least the option now if I want to go do it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm still not at that point yet where I'm like I feel like I want to go definitely get it.
Exactly.
Same.
The thing is, I'm not knocking it. Like I'm not knocking the vax because there's a lot of people out there like, oh, I'm not getting it. Y'all don't know what they putting in. Nah, I ain't even going through all of that because like
I'm not on that.
I feel like by now, if the vaccination was going to do something, we would have known by now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The thing
you
is,
know, what's the thing though. My thing with it is not even that it might do something. My thing is like, is that I think it's not gonna do nothing. Like, what's the point of me? Because they're saying you still gotta wear a mask if you get it.
Because there's other variations of COVID. Yeah,
and you still like so.
I think it lowers the effect of the side effects of COVID. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so you know you're gonna if you were to still get COVID, you're not gonna like be like on your knees, damn near dying, coughing, or you know what I'm saying. It may prevent death in some cases. You know what I mean? So that's what I think that vaccination is for. It's like lowering the side effects of COVID. And
it is. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that like for people who get sick and like really get affected by sicknesses, bro, they should be running to get this vaccine. You know what I mean? If I got sick a lot, if I was like a person who gets sick off a common cold, like bad, and you know, I'll be the first person in line getting that vaccination. But right now, bro, I haven't been sick in a while, so not trying to jinx myself. I ain't trying to get sick. That's another reason, because I know when you take the vaccination, there's a lot of side effects involved with it, like kind of like you're getting the flu or the virus itself. You know what I mean? So you get a lot of side effects. So I ain't even trying to go through that because I don't like getting sick, bro. I don't like going through flu symptoms and all of that.
Yeah, no, I feel that. And I spoke to my mom about that too, which is why, you know, I'm kind of like seesawing it. Because she said that the most that happened, she took it the same day, she was fine. The next day, or I think the day after, she said like just her arm was like killing her, you know, which is what happens with most shots. You know what I'm saying? So
True.
Yeah, so she didn't really get like, you know, cold symptoms, but like I said, just the simple fact of just having that ease of wanting to travel, not really worrying about, you know, like Don said, if I get COVID, you know, at least it'll be a less of an effect on my immune system if my immune system's having a hard time fighting it off, if that is the case. So that's why I've been considering it, you know what I'm saying? Just to have the freedom. Like now you can't even go to like sporting events and shit like that. Like if you don't have like a vaccination or a negative result, and to get tested, the lines are crazy nowadays. Like there's like lines of people to get tested every day. So
and I definitely think they're gonna make it a thing where like if to them not enough people are going to actually get vaccinated, or not people have gotten it by a certain amount of time, I feel like they're going to start making it mandatory. Like, oh, if you want to go to the movies, you got to have, you know what I'm saying? Like if you want to go on the plane, of course, or if you want to do certain things, like go to sporting events. So yeah, basically little incentives I think they're going to start using to make people go get it. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm not there yet. Like EJ said, I'm not knocking anyone who is. If you went and got it, I completely understand. But I just feel like, you know, like until they show me like, okay, you're going to get this shot and you are at least 60%, 60% likely going to not get, or you can't get COVID. You know what I'm saying? Then I'd be with it. But it seems like you can still get it. So I don't know.
Yeah, for a fact. And I ain't gonna lie, like my job has actually reached out to me and I guess everyone else, you know, as of today, and said that they're officially offering, you know, us the opportunity to, I guess they provide the healthcare, you know, whoever to give us the shot or whatever on the job. Which sounds good. Especially because I get paid for the time off for just taking a shot and relaxing for the next few hours, you know, after I get the shot. You know what I'm saying? It's dope. It's a good incentive, but you know, I don't know. I'm still kind of taking it one day at a time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess we'll see. So we'll keep track of that. Next thing we're going to talk about real quick is we're going to talk about some movie news. I believe we got the Black Adam superhero movie starring The Rock. I heard about this a while ago. I know it's been kind of like in development since I think since like around that Shazam movie came out or even before.
Yeah.
And but I know The Rock has been like attached to like being it and the producer or something like that for a while as well. Looking forward to it. It looks cool. I don't really, to be honest, I don't really know much about that character or that hero, Black Adam.
Same, and that's why I'm glad I did a little bit of research then. So
yeah, so tell us what's the deal like.
So basically, Black Adam, or I think the other name for him was like Dark Adam or something like that. But basically, Black Adam is, you know, in essentially like how Shazam's character, how he got the power through like, you know, the through like the ancient, you know, the ancient history or however it was. I can't really recall it. So like basically Black Adam's power comes from like the evil side of that. So going way back to the origin of Shazam, Black Adam was Shazam's like prodigy type shit. But I guess like through his, you know, through getting his powers and everything like that, you know, obviously, you know, kind of like the Robin effect with Batman, where, you know, he kind of sees his own way and then was just like, oh, all right, well then, you know, forget this. I'm going to try to like dethrone, you know, and take over the world in my own way. And that's kind of what he does. But Shazam, I think they said something like in the comics, Shazam and like all the other, you know, Marvel family that they call them, they, I guess, stopped Black Adam and end up shooting him like back like light years or, you know, a bunch of time like away, which he ends up landing on Earth. And then he ends up landing on Earth in like present day. And, you know, I'm not sure if this is how the movie's gonna follow, but this is like, you know, him pretty much trying to like do the same thing all over again. But I guess somewhere along the lines in between him being a bad guy, he's one of those people that are like the anti-hero. So like he has evil intentions, but just ends up doing good deeds in between. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of plays like good and bad, like that middle person. So that's like an overall of like what I was able to grasp from his character. I did a lot of research on that shit today because it just looked dope.
Yeah, cool. So I mean, I know The Rock is one of those people that I would call racially ambiguous. You really don't know. Like he could play a black guy, half and half nigga. He could play like a Native American nigga, Spanish nigga. So I was curious. Well, I don't know if you saw in whatever you looked up today. Is the actual Black Adam character from the comics, was he like a black guy or was he like what was he?
Not necessarily a black guy. That's a good question. It actually said it in the article I was reading, because they said when it was originally published, he was supposed to be based off of like some type of half Greek, half something else. I forgot. Oh, but that's what it was. He's supposed to be Egyptian.
Oh,
because
The Rock, he could play an Egyptian guy.
Yeah, because his character, Black Adam, like when I was telling you how like all the shit he did in the previous times, he like I read somewhere he dethroned the pharaoh at one point and like tried to take over Egypt and shit. But then that's when Shazam and them like, you know, sent him to present day or whatever or something, like because they sent him flying through light years type shit. So yeah, like that shit gonna be crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting. And you know, if The Rock is in it, it's gonna have like a lot of action and all that, I'm sure.
Yep.
And it's definitely interesting to see what they're gonna do going forward with the whole entire like DC superheroes, if they're gonna connect heroes like Shazam and Black Adam with what they got going on with the DCEU, or you know what I mean. So definitely gonna be interesting to see what goes on with that. I don't think The Rock, he hasn't been in any superhero movies at all, right? Like has he? I mean, if you consider the Fast and the Furious movies are basically superhero movies.
Yeah, that's right. But he's not in I don't even think he's in the next one. I think they had a trailer for that next Fast and the Furious too.
He's not in it?
Nah, he's not gonna be in it.
I thought they just do the something in Hobbs?
Yeah, him and Sean.
Yeah,
Hobbs,
that one. That was his last one. But I remember that the whole crew didn't even want him doing that one. Didn't want him doing it.
It was mostly just Tyrese.
Yeah, Tyrese.
Was the only one that was crying.
Let me not put that on the rest of the crew, but Tyrese ain't want to do that shit.
Tyrese.
I still don't understand that.
But from what I've seen, I don't think The Rock's in this next Fast and the Furious movie.
What? That's crazy. I thought
that's bullshit.
My dog opted out.
I heard this next one, they gonna be in space and all types of stuff. Like,
yeah.
Like,
you know who's in it? You know, John Cena. They replaced The Rock with
John
John
Cena?
Cena.
Okay.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
replaced him with John Cena. Okay.
They were like,
they probably
John
had
Cena's
to
in the
make,
new Suicide Squad too. Like,
Word?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, the trailer for
I
that came out. It looks
seen
pretty hard too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
All right, so let's kick it. Let's get into some some interesting news. So I don't know if you guys saw this or anybody in the chat saw this on the news. There was a hijacking, a car.
Come upstairs.
They're thieves.
What's going on?
This is my car. Inside is his car. He is their phone. No, this is my car. Stop it! Oh my God! Somebody just stole it. She's stealing their car.
You're still in the car.
Yeah, we called the cop. Call the cop. Call the cop.
Wait, before you continue, 1 second. Before you continue, warning: the video that's on the screen right now is gonna show, you know what I'm saying, a little explicitness. It's just letting y'all know.
It's been called. It's been called. It's been called. It's been called. They stole the car. These girls stole the car.
Hey, come out.
Hey, they stole the car. They stole the car. These girls.
Who else?
That's it.
Everybody's out.
Everybody step back from the car. I'm gonna need everybody to step back from the car. No. I need you to step back from the car. Everybody, I need you to step back from the scene. I saw what happened. Oh, no. I need everybody to step back. There's gas leaking. Yeah, hey, back up.
These cars have the push to start button, and as you can see, Muhammad is still kind of halfway out the car. One of them pressed the push to start, and I'm assuming the girl put her foot on the gas, and the car just takes off. Had to be doing about 60. It turns, goes around this sharp corner and flips over. Funny enough, when the car flips over, or where the car flipped over, at the time there are about 4. I think they're either the National Guard or Army Reserve happened to be just hanging out in the area at the time. So when the 2 girls jump out the car, as you can see, at the end, Muhammad, unfortunately, he passed away. He died. His body was thrown from the vehicle because he was not obviously secured into it. He was sticking out. His body flew out. He died on impact, I believe. And the National Guard caught these girls. Like, they tried to run off, but people were like, yo, no, they were robbing the guy. They stole his car. So I saw this video and I was just like, yo, this is crazy. It's really unfortunate. And it seems to be such like a stupid, senseless crime that clearly wouldn't have gotten nowhere. Now, what I want to get you guys' opinion on, because what I feel like, while, like I said, it was a stupid, senseless, heinous crime, but I don't get why Muhammad or anybody at that would just give him the car, bro. Yeah. Just give him the car. Your life is not worth it. Give him the car. And on top of that, the police are probably going to catch them in less than 20 minutes and apprehend them. So
come on, man. Yeah,
and you not only would get your car back, but you'd have your life, more importantly. Yeah. So what do you guys think? I've seen a lot of videos recently, and even shows, these true crime criminal shows like First 48, where there'll be armed robberies, and instead of just giving up what they got or getting out of the car, whatever, these people will stand their ground, and most time they end up getting shot and dying. What do y'all think? How y'all feel about that?
Yeah, me, I'll give it up, man. Your life is worth more than whatever material thing you're trying to defend. You know what I mean? Like, especially a car, something like a car. Man, people got insurance, full coverage, gap insurance if you're still paying for the vehicle. So if you have complete proof that the car was stolen and you can't get it back, they're gonna pay off the car. All you gotta do is go buy another one. Like, so, you know what I'm saying? Cars, I wouldn't defend a car like that. Nothing, you know what I mean? Like, let these people just be idiots. Like I said, like you said, they would have gotten the car, they would have stole it or whatever, and they probably would have had it for a good 30 minutes. Somebody was gonna catch them. They was gonna get caught. You know, this wasn't one of those deals where, like, you know what I'm saying, somebody went and picked the lock to a car and started the car, you know what I'm saying? But this was like literally a strong arm robbery. So they were gonna get caught. So it's like, I wouldn't even fight, just step out. Yeah, hey, y'all idiots go drive for a few minutes. Y'all gonna get caught anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
They were kids, man. Crazy. They were arrested. I believe they had their first court. Their first court appearance was like a couple of days ago. I'd assume they're gonna do some sort of time. I know they're definitely not just gonna get off the hook, but So Clay, what you think? I don't know. I'm pretty sure you've never been in a situation where you were robbed at gunpoint. But if so, what do you, how do you think you would react in the moment? Would you give it up or?
I mean, gunpoint, that's different. I mean, I definitely would just, you know what I'm saying, just give it up, bro. Because at the end of the day, they take off, and you just call the cops. That's it. Just call the cops and tell them what happened. Tell them where you at. You might be lucky enough to be in a situation where the National Guard or a cop might be right around the corner and you can prevent the situation from going any further. But I feel like when someone is that persuasive and that persistent to the point where they need a gun to really let you know how serious they are, you got it. I ain't gonna fight with you.
And then furthermore, and what's even funny is like we're talking about gunpoint, but in this situation, it wasn't even a gunpoint. These two girls had a taser. They like,
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, the taser's still a weapon too, bro. Like,
taser's still a weapon. Still a weapon.
It's still a weapon too, man. Like, if they really want to take that car from you, bro, they gonna do whatever. And who knows? They have a taser. They may have a gun too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, so
but and my thing is like, let them have it because you know what I mean. Like, I could at least sometimes understand when people don't want to give up maybe cash money, you know what I mean? Because that you may really never get back, or you might not even find the assailant or whatever. But I don't get what's the point of a car. There's especially any car that has push to start these days probably has some sort of GPS tracking nonsense, whatever in it. Those girls would have got 5 minutes at most. You know what I mean? Before 12 was behind them. So
not even that. That shit got license plates.
Yeah, all that. So it's like, bro,
shit got plates.
Yeah, man, that guy, he lost his life for no reason, but
and them girls is idiots now because they probably gonna catch a mean life sentence, both of them.
Yeah, more than likely.
Mean life sentence.
I'd assume they might take it easy on the 13-year-old.
Oh, so
maybe I feel like they might not give her life. She probably,
What was the ages of them? One was 13, and how
13
one was 13 and one was 15.
I don't even know.
I feel like they won't get life. I feel
I didn't catch the teenage part. I know the headlines did say teen, but I wasn't thinking 13 and 15 for some reason. I was thinking like 18, 19. But
ridiculous. Yeah,
man, that's rough, man. Misguided.
They're gonna get life.
Misguided girl. Yeah, it's tough, bro. It's tough.
Yeah,
man.
bro. Because I'm thinking like, bro, at 13, 15, nigga, I wouldn't even take my mama car, nigga, let alone somebody else's car. Like
that's what I'm saying, bro. And the thing is, like, you know, I don't think they're, because if you look at the situation, they didn't actually, I guess you could say, put their hands on him and kill him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They more so did an act that led to, you know, usually in that people get like usually maybe 25 to life. Yeah, that's when you like a grown man.
Involuntary manslaughter.
Huh?
Involuntary manslaughter. That's what they're gonna get.
Yeah. So I feel like they you know, they're not gonna walk, but they 15, 20 years in jail, prison max, and they'll be out. Really crazy. Like I read it and I was like, what a stupid freaking crime. Like how stupid, you know what I mean? Like weird. Sometimes I see crimes these days that people do, or especially younger people or whatever. And I'm like, what was your end result here? Like what was gonna be the you know what I'm saying? Like what was gonna be the thing?
Yeah, obviously, okay, because now that I know that they were younger, obviously they just their brain's not fully developed. And you know what I'm saying? They probably didn't
gonna take the car.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They probably didn't have an end plan. It was probably like, yo, let's rob an Uber Eats driver or Uber driver or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Take his car and
that's not really know, like, was they gonna go to the mall? Like,
yeah, they were gonna go to the mall and get caught and go to juvie after. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
because in my head I'm thinking maybe they had some kind of chop shop or something in mind where they could bring the car to.
Probably not.
But then I'm like, I don't think there's much 13 and 15-year-old girls in the world that know a bunch of chop shops. So
yeah, that's very unlikely.
That's definitely crazy. But yeah, so gonna keep an eye on that and see what happens with that situation and see what kind of sentence these girls get, because I know they're gonna get something. Mm-hmm. But speaking of trials and sentencing or whatever crimes, so today was the first day of Derek Chauvin. I believe that's how you say his name, Child. If you guys don't remember, Derek Chauvin is the
Bati boy.
Derek Chauvin is the ex-police officer or police officer. I don't know if he even got fired, but he's the guy that the gentleman that killed George Floyd.
Yeah.
Today was the first day of the trial. I was watching some of it on television earlier. It actually got cut early. They sent the jury home and they're going to pick it up tomorrow because in the middle of one of the eyewitnesses' testimonies, I guess from the judge's point of view, he was too much putting in his own personal input. I didn't see it that way. But coincidentally enough, which was weird, as soon as they dismissed the jury to talk to him, because they got to dismiss the jury when they're gonna converse or whatever.
Mhm.
As soon as they dismissed the jury to talk to him, they claimed that the television where George Floyd's family was watching the trial from, the internet connection or whatever something went wrong, and that they didn't feel good about continuing the trial without his family being able to see, which is understandable. You know what I mean?
Word.
But to me, it just seemed mad fishy that all that happened right at the moment, because the coincidentally enough, the guy that was called to the stand at the moment also happens to be a professionally trained mixed martial artist. He's a black guy. And so he knows a lot about chokeholds and choking and and what they call a blood choke, and how long it is until, while choking someone before they die.
Mhm.
So this is what they were questioning him on. And while they were questioning him, they were playing the video, of the incident that happened. And he was describing, and obviously he was getting a little bit emotional, because this was something that he witnessed. He stood there and saw it. Now, 9-10 months later, he has to come be on part of a trial of this thing that was like such a polarizing. And so while watching the video, he kind of stopped to tell them, like, yeah, what you see them doing to him right now is him doing this with his neck, is him trying to move his head so that he can create a airway so he can breathe. And the officer is preventing him from doing so because he has his knee on his neck. And the minute this guy said this, it's like the court went nuts and they dismissed the jury, and the judge went and started telling him, like, well, you can't put your own personal. And he was so confused because he's like, yo, y'all asked me to give y'all my professional thing of what I'm seeing, and that is what I'm telling you. And they just made this big deal out of it and were like, oh, no, you're putting too much of your own emotions. And he's just like, dude, I'm just telling you. And then coincidentally, that's when they claimed that so already I'm kind of seeing where this is going. And I'm like, because here's my thing, and I'm about to get y'all's opinion, right? But just like we were talking about with the situation with the gentleman that shot up the supermarket in Colorado, can we not admit at this point in life with our modern society that we're at a point, especially with the technology that we have, where people can record and we see everything? Are we not at a point where a trial is not necessary for certain things? I'm sitting there today and I'm really watching this trial and watching the video, and I'm seeing it. And I'm watching the video for, I haven't watched it in a couple months. And I'm like, yo, this is blatant murder. This guy, you can hear in the video, George Floyd is saying, I cannot breathe. My stomach hurts. My leg hurts. Everything. The man starts crying out for his mama. Like, he clearly is being murdered while and please don't blame the people that stood there recording, because make no mistake, if they had even tried to stop, that would have been them. Police 12 would have,
they would have been shot. That would have been over.
So 3 police officers stand there while this man get murdered. And now we're having a trial to decipher a video there's about 5 different angles of this same video of something that we've all been seeing and watching for 10 months. And we have witnesses and all this for something that's plain as day. And this guy might actually walk. I think he might walk because from the demeanor that I saw in this trial today.
Definitely gonna walk. Ain't no question. Like
I don't know.
They're not gonna do nothing to this man. He's gonna walk. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? If he walks and we don't do nothing, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna be very disappointed because that's gonna make me want to go outside and start protesting, bro. For real,
it's getting crazy because
it's to the point where we don't need to be protesting no more. This is bull.
Yeah, because that's what I was gonna say. Is like at this point, like especially if he walks in this situation, which hopefully he doesn't, but if he does, something needs to change, bro. Like we gotta find some other angle to come at this situation outside of just protesting and complaining on the internet and shit like that, which even like I said, I'm just as much victim as anybody else, so not doing nothing. But like I said, we have to figure out what there is to be done, because this is getting kind of ridiculous. Because say what you want about police brutality or police reform, whatever, or the police behavior, there's situations that are debatable. You can say like, okay, so-and-so he had a weapon on him, the cop was scared. This George Floyd incident is a very isolated, specific kind of situation. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Especially when you watch this video and it's blatant murder, no type of way. Even if you want to take race out of it, even if you say, okay, homeboy's not racist, he didn't kill George Floyd because he's black. It's murder. The man had his,
Murder,
So Clay, I'm gonna ask you. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say that with him. I mean, there's no reason at all he should walk with like just the slap on the wrist, or just even if they said, oh, probation or this, that, and the other, because like you know what I'm saying, somebody can go out driving, maybe, you know what I'm saying, smoke a little bit of weed or something like that, drive and kill somebody, and they're gonna get manslaughter. They didn't mean to kill them, but they're gonna get manslaughter, right? There's other situations. I think this kid, he was play wrestling with his cousin or something like that, little girl.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Did a pile driver or whatever, broke her neck and she died. The nigga got manslaughter. He went to prison. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These situations, they need to be held accountable as well, bro. Like, these are people's lives you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So if you kill somebody, you murder, you're gonna have to deal with the consequences. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Gonna have to deal with the consequences, just like everybody else. That's what I think. People just need to be held accountable. I don't care if they're a cop, a judge themselves, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? If gotta be held accountable if you're taking somebody's life.
Or Claire, what you thinking? Like, well, how you? What
was the question you were gonna ask me? My bad.
Yeah, so basically, what I'm asking is like, or like I was saying, from my point of view, certain situations like this, where the evidence is so prominent, I would say, I guess is the best word. Like, it's so huge that why is it that a trial or witnesses or trying to? Because from what I saw today, I felt like they were trying to manipulate or edit his point of view and how he was trying to bring his testimony, because he was like, dude, I'm just telling you how I saw it and what I'm seeing. He's clearly trying to move his head to at least be able to breathe.
No, that's a
and
fact.
You're preventing him from even being able to move his neck.
And you know, so crazy. I think of two things. One, just like you said, in terms of why is there a trial?
Right.
When we watch basketball and nigga goes for a layup, motherfucker gets smacked on his hand, gets smacked on his face, and everybody sees it. Nigga, that's a foul.
Right.
It's a foul. You wrong. Whether you meant to do it or not, you smack the nigga in the face, smack one, it's foul. You wrong. Right. I feel like it should be the same thing with this trial. Like, we literally went through months, weeks and months of protests and all these different movements and people donating money to the NAACP and all these BLM movements and stuff like that to do what? To be sitting here talking about it like we talking about it right now. Like, it's kind of a mockery in a sense, bro. That's why I said, like, if there's not going to be any real justice, then we got to do something. And if it's not going to be something violent, which I'm not going to sit here and persuade nobody to do nothing violent. I ain't here to do that. But goddamn, we need to go back to Africa or something. We need to go back to the motherland.
That's all I be saying.
And figure it out, because we don't need to be here.
Akon, what's up? Akon City.
We don't need to be here. Yeah, Akon over there building shit for us to go back, bro. It's written for us to go back. I think it's time, because
I said, in my opinion, I completely understand what you're saying, but in my opinion, I feel like this land of America is our land just as much as it is any white Americans or any police officer, whoever.
No, I believe so too.
Instead of us using even people like Akon, I get Akon's African or whatever he is, but it's like, dude, instead of using your money to go improve a country where your people is treated greatly, or people that look like us are treated fine. Granted, Africa has its own problems with genocide and whatever, but why we can't use our resources and whatever to change shit here, bro, so that we can see what we gonna let them run us out of America out of fear of police? That's ridiculous, man. Like,
that is a fact too.
There's so much things that could be that needs to be changed and could be changed if the right things happen.
We gotta get.
And that's what I'm saying, and that's what makes niggas like us who don't have no power want to run, because nigga, it's like, yo, what these people with power, what are they really doing? They're not doing nothing. Everybody quiet as shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, but it may be because they really don't like have no real power. I believe, like, you know what I'm saying, people like us need to get in more position of power. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when they say like judges, like, we need more black judges, because you see judges now. There's plenty, millions of judges. I don't know how much judges there is in America, but most of the judges, I'm sure, are older white men. You know what I mean? Right. I'm not even going to research that. I'm just going off the limb saying that it is, and from what I see, but that's what it looks like. And you know what I mean? And with a case like this, I guarantee the case is in Derek Chauvin's, probably his hometown or something like that, right? I would think that's where they're going to do the case. Now, if the judge is doing the case there, these courts, bro, they like know each other. Everybody's going to know each other, you know what I mean? The cop's going to know a few people. These people going to know the judge. So they all linked, bro. So, I mean, it's obviously it's going to be more on Derek Chauvin's side. You know what I mean? So like they're gonna
But
do whatever
which
it
brings
takes
back to what we were saying.
you know what
Because
I mean?
in my opinion, like, okay, a murder, obviously any kind of thing, and I'm glad that they classified it as a murder at least, because let's face it, they could have straight up just said that that was police protocol, and I mean, what happens. But at least he was charged with murder, and okay, I get it. Any time a murder happens in this country, we should be thankful that we have investigations, that there's a fair trial, that we make sure we put away who's supposed to be. But again, I feel like that should apply in a situation. Yeah, murder happens in a house where only 3 people, nobody saw, there was no cat. This whole thing was documented from the moment he was apprehended by the police to even up to seconds after he was dead.
To when he took his last breath.
Yeah. Facts. Even in the video, even when you have people in the audience or bystanders saying, "Yo, check his pulse. He clearly cannot breathe. He's up off him." And even with that, it's like, and I believe the reason why what they were waiting for was what they was waiting for the ambulance to show up, because
something.
Because
but I heard even one of the
put him in
the back of the police car. I don't get that either, and I questioned that one time too. And then it's funny because there was a woman who was one of the bystanders, and I read on Twitter today that she was saying that while she was there, like she was trying to call the cops on the cops. Like, and she didn't even realize that she was calling the cops on the cops until she really looked at homie badge and was like, wait, but that is the cop. Like, because she thought it was like a security guard, like trying to kill George. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was just crazy, man. It's just crazy.
Yeah, and several people were saying, like, around several people that I think they called, including the guy that they had to talk to. I believe they called 3 witnesses to the stand, and people were saying, and another thing, I believe the number, they said it was like 8 minutes or something before. Now they find out he actually had his knee on his neck for over 9 minutes, 9 minutes and 20 something seconds. Crazy. Could you imagine having your knee on someone's neck and the debate is, right? Yes, George Floyd died, he was murdered. I guess what the debate is, what the actual trial is about, is did Derek Chauvin know he was killing him, right?
That's
because you
thing.
Could say that could, but again, as I'm saying, if this was okay, George Floyd, he died after 2 minutes, whatever. 9 minutes of your knee on someone's neck, you gotta, and plus them screaming, "I can't breathe," well, you gotta know you're killing them, bro. You gotta know you're killing them.
Yeah. And it's not even that. I don't care. I don't care what Derek Chauvin has to say. Whether I didn't mean to kill him. Bro, your knee was on his neck for 9 minutes. I don't care if you're dumb enough to kill him by mistake with your knee on his neck, or if you really meant it. He needs to go to prison. He needs, you know what I'm saying? Like, he needs to be held accountable for this man's life. I don't care if he meant to kill him or if he didn't mean to kill him. If this man could have the purest heart of it all, he killed somebody. His knee was on his neck for 9 minutes. You have no like regard for this man's life if your knees on their neck for 5 minutes. You know what I mean? I mean 9 minutes, not even 5 minutes. 9 minutes. Bro.
And I want to say quickly too that, like, something that like, all right, Derek Chauvin, whatever you call, he's on trial. The police are, and this is why altogether police reform is important and police behavior is important, because let's keep in mind, 2 to 3 other police officers stood there and watched this happen.
And one of them was Asian.
Look at it, boom, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But protect the Asians, protect them Asians though. But anyway, my thing is like, okay, everybody don't work somewhere. We don't all had co-workers. We didn't had camaraderie. We know what it's like. You know what I mean? That's your team. That's your homies. But I don't think there's no way. I don't care. Even if that was my brother that was there with me and we were both on duty, I'm not gonna sit there and watch you just kill somebody in front of me, dog.
Like, yo, ease up. You know,
he's up, bro. I'm like, he's off of me. You know what I'm saying? The man is handcuffed on the floor anyway. He's not gonna do much. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's unbelievable, bro. And it's unbelievable that this is something that you would have to go to court and argue, like, okay, was this wrong? Like, come on, man. There has to be a line that's like,
and what I think from what I see, just like when it comes to like videos of, police brutality and stuff like that, the police force, it may work as, how like a frat, like a fraternity, how they are, like, you know what I'm saying? maybe like you're a new frat and you see like an older frat doing some dumb stuff, but like you're a new frat, so you don't want to say nothing. That's what I'm thinking it is. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
one of them did say, I believe one of the officers, it was his first like day or week or something.
Yeah.
Like,
so
he was very new to the job.
Hearing that.
Yeah,
But
you're not.
like,
I don't want to hear that. But like, it's no excuse, but it is a point. But that, like you said, that is something that police reform. That's why we need that to kill that. You know what I'm saying? Dead that.
We
like,
can't just
that fraternity
wait until they murder somebody, then put them on trial, and then because not only it seems is the problem that they're out here killing us or wrongfully killing people, but their co-workers are allowing them to do this. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. Because at some point you got to step in. Especially, there's no situation that should require you to have your knee on someone's neck for over 9 minutes. That's already apprehended on the ground, handcuffed.
Yeah, facts. Your knee. I know your knee would hurt.
What's even more scary to me is like, this was something they did this blatantly in front of people, in front of cameras. You know what I mean? Like, this is some type of thing that you would think you'd hear about it and it would be like, okay, this happened in like the backwoods of Mississippi or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, this happened right there on the street in broad daylight in front of mad people recording.
It's crazy, and they going on trial for this.
Definitely sad. But the trial is going to continue tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. sharp. I encourage everybody, if you get the chance, they've been broadcasting it like on CNN and on the court TV.
You said 9:30 a.m.
9:30 a.m. and I'm pretty sure it'll go on well into the afternoon. So
what part of the trial is? I mean, like, is it
very beginning?
This very beginning, okay. The first.
Like today was the first day. So it's like opening. Yeah. Today was the opening arguments or opening comments. Both lawyers, the defense and the prosecutors, they said what they had to say, and then they interviewed about 3 witnesses. But like I said, they had to cut it short after with that one guy. So the judge dismissed the jury, and they're going to pick it up tomorrow. But I encourage everybody to watch it, man, because I feel like we're definitely going to see. It's a good thing to watch stuff like this because you'll see how court procedures like this play out. Because I think a lot of us, we tend to judge these situations and we tend to get riled up when they happen, especially when they first, but we never watch and see it through in the court proceedings. You get what I'm saying? We don't really pay attention to that. We just pay attention to the verdict and we get mad about that. But bro, watch these court proceedings, man, because you'll learn a lot about how they treat us in court and how they try to manipulate testimonies in a certain way and how they won't allow the jury to hear certain things which are important things. You get what I'm saying? So definitely looking to see what happens. But just quickly, I'm gonna get y'all's opinion. But for me, I think it's definitely not going to be a conviction. I feel like they might let this guy walk. What about you, Clay? What you think?
I'm starting to feel the same way. I'm gonna pray every night for the Floyd family and that the proceeding goes as it's supposed to. But
right.
Just off of the fact that it seems like they're trying to, they're trying to, take advantage and manipulate the situation, because like you said, it's a mockery in itself, the fact that we're even in trial for this after, like I said, the huge impact that George Floyd's death had, on the world, on, black people in general. It's almost like a mockery, man. It's honestly sad. So it better not go left.
Yeah, hopefully not, but we'll see. So Don, what about you? You think there's gonna be a conviction here or no?
So the way I put it, I believe he probably will get convicted. The thing is that the sentence, remember, they're gonna convict him guilty or not guilty. He's probably gonna get he's gonna get guilty manslaughter.
He will be found guilty of murder.
They're not gonna convict him guilty of murder. They're not. I don't think he's gonna get convicted of murder. He's gonna get convicted of manslaughter, and he's gonna get a slap on the wrist, like a real light slap on the wrist. And then
like 2 years in prison or some shit like that.
Yeah, some crazy like
that.
Yeah. I don't think he's not gonna walk with nothing. They're not gonna let him walk with just nothing.
Or they're gonna give him the 5. They're gonna give him the 5. Look good, and then he's gonna get out in 2.5.
Exactly. That's still walking to me though. That's still
walking. That's
you know what I'm saying? So
that's still walking, especially given the situation.
Yeah, he's gonna get a little slap on the wrist and then walk.
And you know when
really
he in
bad
there, he
about
gonna be
that-
on protective custody and all of that in
Right,
there,
right,
so
right.
niggas ain't gonna off him. So you already know, bro.
Right. And what's really crazy about that is that I feel like it's, you know, it's such a disservice to do that or to hand out these light punishments, because I feel like punishment or harsh punishment is what stops repetition of other people doing nonsense.
That's a
When
fact.
you see, you know, especially if you grew up with siblings or cousins or whatever, or if you even just had been in a classroom, when you see your peers do something and get severely punished for it, you will be surprised how it makes you think twice about, I don't think, you know, a lot of reasons why these cops is doing this, I feel like, is because every time it happens, it's either a slap on the wrist or nothing at all. You know what I mean? So
no one's, and I think I've said this before, no one's being made an example of. But
yeah, and like I said, they got that backing, bro. I mean, they got the judge in their pocket. You know, the police deal with judges all the time. They're always in court.
Sure.
So, you know, I'm pretty sure a whole bunch of judges know Derek Chauvin personally. They've been around him, you know what I mean? So all them judges got to do is just talk to the other judge, and you know what I'm saying? So this ain't even no conspiracy. This is real deal. You know what I mean?
Deal.
Like, yeah,
Real
this
deal,
is they know each other, you know what I mean? So he got the judge in his pocket.
Right. So we gonna see though. Let's pray that it doesn't go left, but you know, it's not looking too good as of now. But
Facts.
moving on, we got a little time left. We're gonna close it out. We're gonna last subject. Unfortunately, again this week, we're gonna talk about Lil Nas X. Once again, he's found a way to have the internet in a stir. I believe this in the past 2 days with this double, what is it, the Satan shoe or Air Satan?
The man has shoes
Air
that
devil.
contains a drop of human.
For the record though, I don't believe that. Because
I don't
when they
believe
asked
it.
them, they asked the company how they got this drop of blood, and they go, "Oh, we can't. It's a way that's so bad. We don't want to talk about it or mention it." It's probably not.
But what company
I'm
is
sure
it, though?
someone will bust one of the sneakers open and test it or some shit like that.
I'm about to pull up the name of the company, but it's
Called like Mischief. They ironically enough, a couple months ago, I believe they released like an Air Jesus shoe or something like that, and it was like, and it came with real holy water in it. Was that, I believe, or they claimed it was like water from the river of something. But I'm not jacking this. Same thing with the blood. I feel like this blood that they claim is real human blood. I don't think it's no human blood. If anything, it might be like animal blood they got from like meat at the supermarket or something like that. 666 pairs of the shoe. It sold out in less than a minute, less than 60 seconds. I believe it was the shoe retailed at $1,800 something. For the record, Nike has absolutely nothing to do with this shoe.
Hold on. So these shoes was fucking sold?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, nigga, they came out today.
Sold out, not just sold.
They sold out in less than 60 seconds. They sold out completely, less than 60 seconds. And there were only 666 pairs.
And they sold for like $1,000 each.
Yeah, there was $1,800, I believe, each pair.
Are you shitting me?
Yep, and right now they're reselling on sneakers websites for about $2,000, $3,000.
My DIC, bro. Listen. I hope he gets the biggest blood clot lawsuit from Nike.
That's
Well,
already
he ain't
works.
getting, it's not him getting sued, it's the company Mischief. Because and that's another thing of like I was saying,
nigga, I hope
this
the
kid
company
is just
gets
straight up a gimmick, because even with that, he really did, which is proven in the lawsuit, he really has nothing to do with the shoe. He basically is a sponsor for it because he's jacking his whole satanic thing right now.
Satanic thing,
Yeah, because he did not design it. The shoe is not officially linked to Nike. He just gets basically a custom made. You know, there's like designer
Air
boutiques
Maxes.
and guys. Yeah, they make their own custom Air Maxes or custom Dunks or whatever. This is just a custom pair of shoes that they made 666 pairs of, which probably didn't cost them much, and they sold them for over $1,000 each.
And the company is MSCHF Product Studio.
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Mischief Studios.
Got it.
And Nike's suing them right now, and
yeah, Nike just filed a lawsuit today. Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, so Nike's suing them, and you already know they're gonna get more money plus the money whatever he made on this shoe, whatever they made on the shoe, they're gonna make that money. So it's crazy, like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, they suing him for like I think it's like some kind of defamation against the company's name and stuff like that.
Of course, because they said that they don't want nothing to do with what they promoting with this satanic.
Yeah, and you're promoting and not only you're using a major celebrity, someone who's well known to promote and sell this shoe that we have nothing to do with. We didn't give you permission to do and release and sell for money. So I don't know. Hopefully Nike wins this lawsuit, man, because I think this is like really stupid. Like,
Oh, they definitely gonna catch a W on that lawsuit. Like, I mean,
yeah, because this whole gimmick phase that we going through with these is so annoying. Because like, the shoe is just an Air Max, it's a regular Air Max 97, I believe, and with
97, some shit.
that satanic triangle thingy, whatever that means, is on it, and what they claim is real human blood in the heel, in the little air pocket. Which, like I said, I'm sure some people will get a pair and bust it open and test it or whatever and see what it does. But I don't think that's no real human blood. And I think this was just basically a serious gimmick. Nike was like, y'all can go to hell for real.
Y'all go to hell for real.
He was like, all right, we gonna see. Like, he's like, the devil works, but our lawyers work harder. It was like, y'all gonna get cash this lawsuit.
Jewish.
Yeah, so I don't know, though. I feel like, again, like we talked about last time before this even came out, I feel like this is just the next thing on a long list of things this kid has planned to like keep his name afloat without actually having any talent or putting out any actually.
Bro, he's literally just a clout
music.
chaser, bro.
Bro, he's gonna be done. Like whatever label he's with is gonna chew him up. They're gonna make him, you know what I'm saying, literally.
Yeah, after they extort as much money at.
Yeah,
he's at that phase right now, what I would call the entertainment stage, where it's like they can get money off of him based on commercial. You know, he got a Doritos commercial. He got all this shit. Yeah, so it's like right now they don't even care if he ain't selling records. You know what I mean? It's like, look, but that's gonna go away in about a year or two. People are not gonna want to see this kid because he's just like, he has no.
Niggas not gonna want to see him after right now. He gonna be getting gothic gigs now, nigga.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, bro.
That's the gigs he gonna get. Yeah, the label gonna chew him up and spit him out. Right now, like he's just doing things to try and keep his name. Most likely he has an album coming out. I'm not sure. I don't really be checking for his music like that, but most likely I know he has that single that came out with the video and stuff like that.
Yeah, the one with the video. Yeah,
most likely he has an album come out, so he's doing all this stuff to build up hype for his album and possibly get sales. But nowadays that really doesn't work, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just gets you clout. It don't really equal.
And that's
like,
the thing. I think that's more so
music.
what's in it for him. I think he cares about the clout and being, you know.
That's a fact. And that's what I was gonna say. And you know what it is too? The motherfucker had the nerve to bring up him being bullied when he was young, being gay. Talking about, oh, y'all don't want to see me win. This is why I've always been bullied since I was young. I'm like, bro, that has nothing to do with you being a satanic worshiper.
This kid knows that. Him and people that play that card, they know that. But they're smart. They know we live in a time where it's like, as long as you put that in front of what you're doing, it's like a shield.
Everybody can feel bad.
Bro, it's so
other people feel bad.
That's so annoying. I want to tell you why that's so annoying. People are gonna be mad at me and say, but I don't be seeing gay people getting bullied like that no more. At least when I was in high school, bro.
And that's my thing.
Gay people was
like,
getting bullied.
Who is bullying on y'all like that? Because
niggas wasn't even bullying gay people when we was in high school.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't seen no gay people get bullied in high school. I seen a lot of gay people in high school, bro. They was not getting bullied.
If you talk about what you talking, because again, we got to remember what us three might consider bullying, other people might not consider bullying. We live in a world today where bullying is if you see a fat person, look at that fat nigga, you're bullying. You know what I'm saying? The truth is bullying these days. So it's like, I'm not gonna lie to you. In high school, the couple gay dudes there was, I saw the people that we hung out with that wasn't really about that lifestyle. I seen them say shit like, well, look at that gay nigga, or you know what I'm saying, or Batima. You know what I mean? Like, you'll see people react that way. But y'all know that we live in a time right now where niggas can't just make fun of y'all openly and call y'all names and get away with it.
That's facts.
Stop acting like y'all, you know, like like EJ said, that's annoying. Every time something happens, oh, it's because I'm gay.
When did Lil Nas X come out? He came out around old time about a year or two ago, bro. Like, nobody really be talking about that no more, bro. Like everybody know he's gay.
Go
ahead.
Yeah, and Janice just made a point. Like when he announced that he was gay, his freaking fan base went crazy.
Yeah.
His fan base went stupid. Like, he was just some regular black nigga who had the Old Town Road song, and then when he said, "Oh, I'm gay," and then came out with that, you know, with that pop single, the next one, then the nigga went stupid after.
Yeah, exactly.
So a lot of people don't know this kid's been kind of chasing this lifestyle for a while. He actually, what kind of got him popular was that he used to run like a Nicki Minaj Twitter fan page that got really popular. Like he was the runner of it. And then that got really popular, and I think he just converted the account to his when he made like Old Town Road and shit. So he kind of already had a following, and he used that to produce Old Town Road. And then that's kind of like when things took off. So
And
he's
it's
been
just
kind of
crazy.
in the running, trying to like chase some type of like social media, social influencer type thing. And as I said, I don't think he cares. I don't think he gives a shit if he doesn't make another hit record for the rest of his life. I don't think he cares if he don't
He
drop.
just wants to be the shit. Yeah.
He just wants to be the shit. He just wants to be in the spotlight. He just wants to be dressing in all his gay cowboy suits and
Probably
you know,
gonna have a
like,
reality show coming out soon.
And
yeah, bro.
fake worship the devil or worship the devil. I don't know if he really does or if he fake
That's
it.
another thing. I don't
whatever
think
it
this
is.
kid works.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he really not on that.
He's just a kid who's very into, and like just like I said, obviously from even the days of his Twitter page, he's a kid that's very in tune with the internet. He pays attention to what's going on. He sees what people react to and like what gets what you know what I mean. And he's just playing the field the right way right now.
In my opinion, I think that the gay community really should be hot with what he's doing, like pissed at what he's doing.
But you know what, EJ? The thing with that is these communities, whether it be the gay community, the trans community, they be so they always want someone on their side or on their team. So they don't even sometimes, I think, realize when there's people that are just claiming that side for publicity or extortion reasons. You get what I'm saying? Or to exploit it. Yeah, not extortion, but exploit it.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So as soon as somebody like Lil Nas X is like, "Oh, I'm gay and I'm proud," they just embrace it. You know what I'm saying? They just embrace it.
Shit. Yeah.
Instead of taking a step back and looking at it like, "Yo, maybe this nigga is really not even like gay, dude. He could just be like jacking all this just because it sells his records." You know what I mean?
Yeah, I go cap.
If he
really like in a weird
Prove
world,
it,
he really
nigga.
was. Yeah,
Prove
if he
it.
really wasn't gay,
Put Lil
and
Nas,
did all
make
this-
him kiss a dude on live TV. make him make out with a dude on live TV. Let's see him do it.
If he did all this stuff for publicity, bro, he'd be the marketing god, bro.
He really would.
Like,
But that would
But
show
I
you
guarantee,
the
like I
money.
said,
I ain't
everything with
gay
this
and I
kid
don't
to me
worship
seems
the
like he's a
devil.
fraud, bro. Everything
That's what I'm
with this kid
saying. That
seems
would show you the
fraud,
money's a motherfucker though, bro. Oh my
For real,
god.
bro.
That would be hilarious if
That
he
would
did
be
all of this
crazy.
just for the money. Oh god.
And before we drop it though, let me ask y'all opinion on this. Let's say it is a reality that he did, him and people like him, 6ix9ine, whatever. They created these monikers. They did all of this for the publicity, for the stunt, for the money. Do y'all blame them?
I don't blame him at all. That's the thing. I think it's stupid. You know what I'm saying?
I can't
wouldn't-
condone it.
I personally
can't
wouldn't do
condone
it, and I won't condone it. You're right, but I don't blame him.
But I can't blame him, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't
can't
do it.
blame
I don't
him.
condone it, but I don't blame him.
Yeah, if people
I
gonna
can't
fall
blame
for
him,
it, and you know what I'm saying, it's gonna bless your
That's my
pockets.
thing.
And I'm not about to sit here and say that I'm the biggest 6ix9ine fan or I'm even a 6ix9ine fan because I still don't like his music. But I ain't gonna lie, that nigga 6ix9ine be exposing niggas like he be exposing the truth about certain niggas. I'm not gonna lie.
I wouldn't say he exposes the truth because he himself he uses fraudulent ways to prove these truths.
Yeah.
But it is interesting how he has proven time and time again that these rappers that claim they will literally murder people just for looking at them will literally do nothing. For even if you disrespect them, dead to their face. And I think that's kind of interesting because, like you said, that is kind of exposing niggas for what they really are as opposed to what they claim they are. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I don't know, like fake people. You got fake people exposing fake people in today's world. It's nuts, man. Nuts.
It's crazy.
But
The world we live in.
I do question Lil Nas X, and like I say, I don't blame him. I don't blame any kid, especially that knows what it's like. I guess you know what I mean, because clearly both Lil Nas and 6ix9ine at some point were broke. I'm sure they were not always. You know what I mean? They was broke. They know what it's like to have to eat off the dollar menu and all that shit like that. So anyone that has lived like that and that knows, I don't blame them for taking advantage of the internet today to get some bread, because it's kind of our fault that we eat all this up and that we just so easily like because look at the chaos he caused today with these sneakers.
Yeah.
I saw tweets of people saying stuff like, "Oh, Lil Nas X put out a devil sneaker and made a video of him having sex with the devil. Y'all still don't believe there's devil worshippers in music?" And it's like, dude, like this is why they do this stuff, because people like y'all that swear everything you see is what it is. You know,
So funny? The first fucking group of people to do shit like that for attention, because it's almost like, you know, mocking you in their face. People who do like metal and like fucking rock and make like rock music. My nigga, they do that shit all the fucking time.
I don't know if they actually do it for attention though.
Yeah, I know.
think they
You still
dead
have
ass.
gothic groups. Don't get me wrong. You still got gothic groups that take it seriously.
think
But
they
bro,
dead ass.
I've
he
seen
kind of
some
right
of
though, because
but I've
you looking
seen
at some of
some
these rock
bands-
groups, In real
I've
life,
seen
they don't
some
be as
bands-
like,
in real life,
they're not as
chill.
like death metal. You'll look at like for example, Slipknot. Over the summer, I was fascinated with Slipknot. I've listened to some of their songs, and I don't know if you guys know Slipknot, but they're like the crazy rock band. These niggas is, you know what I'm saying, masks and everything.
Yeah.
And when you look up who they are in real life, they're not that crazy. Like they're just like regular dudes. Like even the front runner, the singing dude, the lead singer, his name's Corey Taylor. It's like a regular dude. You look at his Instagram, he doesn't wear the mask in his regular life. You know what I mean? Like he dresses in regular button-up shirts. But so I think what's funny too with that is like rock. We're seeing right now like rap music or whatever y'all want to consider Lil Nas.
I want to say
more
pop.
To mimic, huh?
I want to say he's more pop now.
Yeah, more pop.
But it's
now.
still mocking like pop rock. When you think about like Uzi and all these other niggas too.
Because before the whole thing with rap was like, the thing about it was like you had to be real. Like people would G-check you, they'd make sure what you was talking about was real. You had to be spitting, you know what I'm saying, how you was really living. Now it's like rappers are more so trying to be like these rock stars where the image they portray, and like I also say WWE wrestlers because it's basically the same thing. The image or the character that they're playing on screen is not the character that they are at home. Like, and then that's dangerous because I think with rap music for some reason it's the most music that especially young people listen to and resonate with and believe and like and want to do what they're hearing, you know, like I don't know why, but it's something about rap music. I don't know, but definitely interesting what's going on with Lil Nas X. I think, like I said, he will continue to clout chase.
This is probably the beginning of his,
the very beginning,
his clout chasing days.
And like I said, it's funny. I predicted that we would see this happening as Old Town Road started to die down. Because, like, let's face it, people they're not playing that no more. Like, no one's really.
Nobody listen to Billy Ray Cyrus. You shitting me?
Man, so he chose the perfect time. But episode 24, y'all. I don't know if y'all got anything else to say. If y'all want to touch on anything else,
I'm good.
I do want to say real quick, thanks to everybody that be chilling in the chat, everyone that stays and listens, puts in your point of view. You know who you are, y'all. We definitely gonna remember the day ones. And looking forward in the future episodes, we're gonna talk to some more people. We're definitely gonna have some more guests. We're in the process right now, working that through. So yeah, POPup Podcast, yo.
Facts. This is 24th episode. We getting up there, and can't wait till we hit 100. But you know what I'm saying, day by day we're gonna get there. Next episode is gonna be 25. Like I don't
know if we ever announced it on the podcast, but did we announce that we over 100 subscribers?
Nah, not even. We had 100 subscribers.
Yeah, man, we over 100 subscribers. So thanks for that. We appreciate y'all. Definitely keep liking, sharing, and subscribing. You know, tell your friends to subscribe, tell your parents to subscribe, because you know we keep it 100 for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, it's definitely gonna keep going up.
Yep,
that's it.
Yes, sir. We out.
That's it.
All right, y'all.